very warm welcome to Smell the Coffee. It's a Blue Monday edition. But listen, this show is not gonna give Blue Monday vibes. We are here to entertain you, inform you, as well as keep you updated with the latest pop culture, news, current affairs, everything that you need to know. My name is Aina Raizakoya alongside Ashwin Berry, and today, let's talk about being rich.
Let's
talk
about
about wealth.
Let's chat. What's up?
When did you find out that one of your friend or squad members were rich?
You
without them saying I'm rich,
I'm
or
rich.
without them, showing that they are rich.
I went to the most expensive primary school in my country. However, my father could literally only afford fees. So I was really a poor kid in a rich space.
Okay.
So a lot of my friends were rich. One of them, I remember him, was Cameron, a banker who because we used to go home every 3 weeks. Every 3 weeks he would fly to England and fly back. Then another time we went to my friend's house, and then I realized his father owned the bubblegum company in Zim, which is like a billionaire. But I think the most kind of recent one was in high school, where my father was angry. He was going through a rant. It goes, you're useless, you're disappointing. And I'm like, why? What's going on? And then he shows me this article of my friend who had created a software for the stock exchange in Zimbabwe. And he had made over like 10 million while we were in high school. Of course, that's an unfair standard, Dad. When I was at $10 million in high school.
At that age?
Yeah.
Wow.
He was a genius, yeah.
Genius.
Yeah.
Where is he now?
No, he's still in Zim. He's married. Thankfully, he's married. Very, very wealthy guy. Samuel DeMiro, wonderful guy as well, really smart. And you, how did you figure out your friends were wealthy?
I think, my friends are not that wealthy, but well off.
Well off, yes, yeah.
When I would visit their houses, I'm like,
okay.
You guys have glass.
Glasses.
Glass doors. What's going on?
They're going like this before you enter.
Okay.
Yes.
You live in this affluent suburb. Okay.
But I think it's also testament to how humble your friends are. For you not to see all of that when you're hanging out.
I'm rich, or they don't give rich vibes. But when you enter,
yes,
it's just opulent.
The wealth speaks to you.
It speaks to you. And also, I think it only made sense later on, after I visited their houses and saw the cars that were parked outside and the type of space that we're living in, and they would always take holidays. But I only came to a later realization that every time I would ask these people for something, they had always came through. Meaning they had the capacity.
They had the capacity.
But I just thought people are just kind.
They're just kind.
People
But also it's good to know that, it's easier to be kind with capital.
Yes. Capacity.
Capacity.
An interesting story that I read on Twitter was that these guys, how he found out his friends were rich, or one of his friends was rich, is they went to an air school, right? And then they were like, he was saying, no, I just want to finish this school, maybe I can buy my mom a house, and so forth and so on. And the other one said, I'm just in air school because my dad bought 2 private jets. So my dad bought 2 private jets.
Those are the goals, though. Those are the goals.
Money.
That's money. That's real money.
We'll be right back shortly. We're talking about people with also real money, like Kardashians, after the break.
It's a great, wonderful world out there today. Yeah, it's a great, wonderful world outside us.
All right, let's get straight into our news stories. Chaos as passenger opens South Korea aeroplane door mid-flight. A passenger opened an emergency exit door during a domestic flight in South Korea, causing air to gust inside the cabin before the plane landed safely. Now, the commercial aircraft was minutes from landing on Friday when the passenger sitting next to the emergency door opened a cover and pulled a lever, opening it with the aircraft about 200 meters above the ground. People on board the Asiana Airlines Airbus A321 aircraft failed to stop the man from opening the door, the Transport Ministry said. And video footage apparently taken by a person on board and posted on social media showed passengers' hair being whipped about by air rushing into the cabin. Now, police arrested the unidentified person who opened the door, and his motive was unclear, the airline said. I thought the plane was going to explode. It looked like passengers next to the open door were fainting, an unidentified 44-year-old passenger told Yonhap News Agency. Now, police said the man claimed during questioning that he was stressed after losing his job, according to the report.
What? So now all of us must pay for your stresses.
I was waiting for that.
You can't do that. No, man, you can't do that.
I'm glad everyone survived. But imagine that. This guy is stressed at his job, his individual job, 200 passengers in an aeroplane. We are all going.
Now, y'all need to be a little bit more considerate.
Yes.
It's not our problem that you have problems. Even we have problems, but we are not making them your problem.
Yes. You know, my father always used to like to say this thing, which is which means someone else's issue is not a reason to refuse pap.
Oh.
Yes, that's your problem. It's not my issue. My pap is my pap issue. I think sometimes we need to have boundaries with our suffering.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think we are all going through things, but once you make your problem someone else's problem, you've compounded that. And we're talking about, I don't even know if this was, there's nothing he could have helped there. I mean, you're opening a door.
So what was the motive of opening the door? Is it just because I'm stressed, or I want to jump out, or I want to die, or what is the motive?
I wonder. I mean, police are saying the guy was mentally unstable, that kind of situation. But I still, it's hard to conceptualize that. Probably not. It doesn't seem like that, especially if this was just through questioning. But definitely alarming. Definitely alarming. I still remember that TikTok when there was turbulence on a Nigerian aircraft. There was turbulence on this one Nigerian aircraft. I've never heard so many prayers. There were prayers coming out, ointments with the crosses. Don't do that. Don't stress people like that, please. All right.
No, I think we shouldn't be selfish. Don't make your problems another person's problem. They also are carrying a load of themselves.
Yes.
So now they must carry their own load, your load, everybody else's load.
He should have stood up and asked, did anyone else get fired? You wouldn't be surprised if you found several other people in that plane had been fired, but they were just going to get to their destination without harming other people potentially.
Now we move over to my favorite family. Yes, you guessed it right, the Kardashians. The Kardashians are back on Hulu. And this is season 3 of the Kardashians. And what is trending right now is the fact that they used Beyonce's song, Caffeine, for their promo video. You know, the allegations were that they have beef. Beyonce and Kim have beef. So now everyone is shocked. Why would, you know, Beyonce allow her song to be used by the Kardashians? But I don't think it's a free transaction. They obviously paid for it.
Yes.
And it's a good song. So
yeah, what would you do? And also,
why is this a conversation even? It's trending on social media. Everyone is like, oh, we are so shocked. Oh, the Kardashians.
And what is this beef? Because I've never seen Kim Kardashian do or say anything to Beyonce negative.
Same.
In fact, if anything, she's a big fan, you know, that kind of thing. And like, if you're going to promote your thing, promote your thing. What I found interesting, and we touched on it last week, was Kim Kardashian talking about how difficult it is for her to be a single mother, a single parent, raising those children. Of course, she left out the part where she's got hundreds of millions of dollars and hundreds of servants and help and that kind of thing.
Help,
But do you think that being a single parent is easier when you're rich?
Being a single parent is easier when you're rich. Okay, Kim is not a single parent. She's a parent who's single.
Okay, Kim.
Yes.
She's a parent who's
Because
single. Okay.
she's a parent who's single.
She's not raising the.
She's not raising the children
like-
by herself. She's not struggling. Kanye supports
Yes.
the children.
If anything, I'm
She
sure
has
she
money.
stops
Their
Kanye from wanting
family
to
has
see them.
money.
Yeah.
So where is the singleness?
Where's the
Or what
singleness?
is the definition of single parent?
Of
For
sing-
me, single
Or should we say
parent,
divorcees?
maybe. For me,
Yes.
single parent is someone who is, let's say, maybe a nurse
Mm.
with her child living in a one-bedroom, really like struggling.
Truly, they're the only people.
Yeah,
they're the start
person
and
that
finishing
is-
point.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I mean, I do think, of course, there's the intangibles that people can't escape. You know what I mean? Like things like, being there for the children's experiences and those things that money can't really pay for.
Maybe she
Emotional
longs for
support.
company, like
Yes.
to be a family unit.
Does she long for that though?
Not with a partner, with
Or
an
with
intimate
somebody.
partner.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
to say you are a single parent,
And it's difficult.
I think it's uncalled for.
It's uncalled for.
It's really difficult for some people. But Kim, or maybe we are judging her because she has money. But maybe we don't
You know,
understand.
maybe that's okay. You know, I've been
we
thinking
don't
about that as human
understand,
beings.
You know, the pressure
Yeah.
that it comes with having
Yeah.
money and all this.
And that's fine, but I think it's okay to judge people. I mean, look, she didn't get the money through United Nations. I just think I actually get quite annoyed.
Oh no, she did
I
get her money through United Nations of pop culture.
Of pop
She
culture.
united
The nations through pop culture.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, but I sometimes I think the people with the most stuff get to be made fun of the most and criticized the most. Of course, we shouldn't be unkind to people, but I'm saying I would really, 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 really rather you dislike me when I'm rich than now. You know what I
But
mean?
to whom much is given?
Yes, much is asked for, and that's what we're talking about, and I'm very happy about that. So, speaking of much being asked for, if you were asked to guess right now, who is the hardest working generation? There's Gen Z, there's the baby boomers, there's the millennials. Who do you think are considered the hardest working generation right now?
Millennials.
Good guess, but wrong guess. Gen Zs.
I was going to say
Surprising.
Gen Z. Okay, I was
Yeah,
going to
say
say
Gen Z, yeah.
But it's true. Gen Zs
Yeah.
are very hardworking.
Yeah,
You
let-
look at Uncle Waffles.
Yes.
And not just like in entertainment, but I think Gen Z has seen their millennial siblings suffering and their parents not having it together. So they are not about that life.
They're
are
not
about,
focused.
Gen Z is not about struggle life.
No, they're not doing
I
that.
have never seen a Gen Z who's struggling. It's either if they are not book smart, it's either they are on TikTok trying to make money off social media. Some are having businesses.
They're
I see
hustling.
young children as young as 10 selling biscuits at school,
Yes.
going with hot dogs at school. That's business. We see Blue Ivy performing with her mom on stage.
Absolutely. She's getting paid.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, she's
She's
definitely. Now, some statistics and experts are like us saying young people are the most likely to be putting in unpaid overtime. April data from ADP Research Institute's People at Work 2023 report, which surveyed 32,000 workers across 17 countries, showed people aged between 18 and 24 tend to put in an extra 8 hours and 30 minutes of free work per week by starting early, staying late, or working during breaks and lunchtime. That compares to 7 hours and 28 minutes for 45 to 54-year-olds and just 5 hours, 14 minutes for those 55 and older. Gen Z workers have had to navigate a tough job environment from the start of their careers. Why? Because many started their jobs during the pandemic, and others have experienced furloughs or layoffs for the first time while still in their early 20s.
Love it.
Wh-
Love
Which part?
everything that they are
But they are
working in
suffering.
there.
They're saying the gullies are working for free
It's good to work for free.
at a certain stage in life.
Yes,
Yeah.
at that stage,
At that
when
stage where
you
are
are
begin-
young.
But imagine,
work
you know,
for
but
free.
it must be very interesting though to start entering the work industry during the pandemic. I think for them it was very, because we can't really advise them. Something I'm realizing right now, because no one has lived through a pandemic like that. We don't know. They know this new economy is essentially being led by Gen Zs. And by the way, Gen Zs are people born from 96 and above. You know, so these are folks who have been here for the craziest parts of the economy, at least in our lifetime, even as millennials. Yes, the millennials, there was a depression earlier, but nothing quite like what the pandemic did. And there is a misconception that these young kids, because they're on their phones and they socialize and they do all these things, that they're not working. But turns out that little teenager in your house, that's 22-year-old, is likely to be working much harder than everybody else.
Definitely. And that's okay. I think I think when you start working at an younger age, it builds resilience in you.
Absolutely.
It builds up
When
your
did you have your
portfolio.
first job? When did you get?
I started working, I think I was 17. Yeah, 17, Base FM.
Yeah, Base FM.
Yeah.
My first job was, I was 16. I was working at a wine shop. And I've been working every single year since I was 16. I'm turning
Same.
33. Yeah, so Gen Zs, that's just the hustle,
Such,
guys.
my dear. You see, Blue Ivy is 10
Yeah.
or 12. I don't know how old she is. She's at it.
All right.
In our next story, Khloe Kardashian is opening up. Why are you laughing? Don't laugh. It's serious
Okay,
now.
okay, let's focus.
Khloe is opening up about, having a surrogate. She said, I felt really guilty that this woman just had my baby and then I take the baby and then go to another room. Those are her sentiments. She had a son via surrogacy.
I'm learning.
But now she's saying that she's finding it hard to connect with the child. And she wished that more people had been open about such challenges. So maybe she would have made an informed decision.
Interesting that she says more people. More people, you mean your sister? Because
No,
her sister
there are
had a
a lot of
surrogate as
people
well.
who
No,
had-
but where are you looking? No. Charity begins at home.
Yes.
You want more people to open up about it, like Kim Kardashian, who had
No,
a surrogate.
but also I think it's an unfair expectation to say more people should have opened up
Yeah.
because more people have different experiences.
Yes.
Me, perhaps Kim was happy
Yeah.
and it was easier for her to connect. Another woman might have not had a problem. You are having a problem. Woman B might be having a problem.
Yes.
But for you to say more women should open up, I
Look,
think it's different experiences for every woman.
Exactly, and I
Yeah.
mean, particularly her, you can understand she has different challenges or conversations identity-wise with her body. I mean, one day I saw her, she looked like a sturdy farmer girl from Khobabis, and now she looks like Celine Dion. You know what I mean? I'm sure there was a lot that happened in between there. You see what I'm saying? And I'm just saying that also that body image, it counts. And, research has also shown that even a C-section, is considered to have a little less connectability with regards to the mother and the child than giving birth naturally, so to speak. So I can only imagine how far away one can feel from their child as far as being connected to them when they have a surrogate. Is there something you'd consider? Because is the reason to have a surrogate, I'm in danger, I can't give birth, or I
Yes.
don't want to ruin my body frame?
No, it's usually when you can't give birth anymore, when your body can't carry. Yeah,
Well,
the
I mean, I know her
child.
current body can't, but her previous body.
No, but it's not determined
aesthetic.
by aesthetic. You can't see.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
something
Internal.
internal,
Yeah.
that
But they used to-
determines
they
whether you can or can't.
They used to have all these theories about the wider hips you have, the easier it is to give birth and all these
No,
things.
Where did you read this?
This is why I'm here. This is why I'm to learn. I absolutely have to learn. I've read all these things about different body types and that kind of thing. So naturally, that's where my mind went there, because the Kardashians are famously known for altering their bodies.
Yeah.
So I thought perhaps, trying to maintain, because I mean, look, if you care about altering your entire appearance, that's something you'd want to keep. So it didn't seem far-fetched to me that could be a reason she wouldn't have wanted to have a natural birth. And if she's saying that
She had a natural birth for her first
for her
child,
first one. But now
yeah.
she's saying she wishes more people told her. That means that it was just an option for her. Otherwise, she would have come out of. Do you get my? If it was medical.
it's not an option. Otherwise, she would have not just have a child.
Oh, that was the other option. Well, I mean,
Ye-
Tristan Thompson's the dad.
I guess. But nonetheless, let's move over to our next segment. The Chinese acupuncture department is a hidden gem and a sanctuary of free healing for local patients at the Katutura Hospital. Dr. Lee Linda of the medical team currently operating at the facility says the department has been treating pain and bodily discomfort caused by an array of ailments using traditional Chinese acupuncture for 27 years. After the break, we bring you this interview.
Welcome to What's Cooking, where culinary passion meets expert insights.
Somebody must really want to cook and want to cook good food.
Immerse yourself in the bustling world of professional kitchens as top chefs create mouthwatering dishes. Join us for in-depth interviews as our host explores the experiences and expertise of our guest chefs. Don't miss out. Tune in to What's Cooking on NTV every Friday at 2100 hours and let the culinary adventure begin.
The Chinese acupuncture department is a hidden gem in the Karatura Intermediate State Hospital, where patients go to receive free healthcare treatment for pain and discomfort using Chinese acupuncture.
Chinese acupuncture department working in Karatura Hospital since 1996. This already 27 years. There are many people go to our department every day. Each morning we treat about 40 to 50 patients. 40 to 50 patients. I think acupuncture has roots and blossomed in Namibia. Acupuncture can treat many diseases such as pain, for example, chronic pain or acute pain.
Acupuncture involves the insertion of very thin needles through one's skin at strategic points of the body. The practice is known to prompt healing in traditional Chinese medicine and has made its way all across the world. The practice has even been recommended by the World Health Organization as well as healthcare expert and former
World Health Assembly. And I want to say, in many of those years, I spent 15 years here at the headquarters, 5 years, of course, as deputy minister, and 10 years attending World Health Assembly. Chinese traditional medicine is one of those that is recommended by WHO as a acupuncture as one of those treatment. And WHO recommends traditional medicine in as long as that traditional medicine goes through the work side by side with modern treatment of ministries of health, and that those who are practicing such traditional medicine, one example that I can give in our own country relates to
called to do, and then spend your time doing the work to manifest that purpose. Secondly, I believe that we need to know our foundation. What is it that grounds you? What are you hinged on? What are those principles that drive you as a person? Personally, I am a child of God, so God is my foundation. Everything that I do is guided by the Bible and it's guided by the Word of God. For those of us that do not believe in God, I think you need to find something that is bigger than you so that guides you. Sometimes your foundation can be as simple as the principles and the values that your parents taught you as a child, because the biggest challenge for a parent is really to teach your child right and wrong. And once you know your foundation, then that really becomes the value system that helps you to navigate. And be very unapologetic about your foundation, because sometimes you find people, when they are with Emilia, this is their foundation. When they are with Jemima, that is their foundation, and there is no consistency. So stick to your foundation and be very unapologetic about it. Then thirdly, you need to understand that life is a journey, and as you are here, you are on a journey. You are journeying towards your purpose, and that journey.
Those were the visuals from the third annual Nedbank Women in Media Conference, which took place at the Nedbank campus under the theme Empowering Women to Promote Human and Women Rights. Crane CEO Emilia Ngikembwa on the occasion said that purpose is key to reaching heights and breaking glass ceilings, especially in the professional scene. I should have gone there.
Yeah, I thought you would have been there.
I was not invited.
You are certainly a
My
woman in media.
invite got lost in
It
the
got
mail.
lost in the mail. Hey!
But
it looked lovely. I saw
it
the
looked
visuals.
very
It looked
lovely.
wonderful. Yes.
But yeah, I mean, this has been our show. We'll be
Yes.
back tomorrow, same time, same place. And on that note, enjoy your Monday and we wish you well. Adios.